The rules say you still can't wear a keffiyeh in the Ontario Legislature, and good, I say, good. Hi, I'm Brian Lilley, political columnist for the Toronto Sun. We're arguing over a piece of clothing that is incredibly political, that has always been political, and whether you can wear it in the Ontario Legislature. Marit Stiles, leader of the NDP, has been pushing to get the so-called ban on wearing a keffiyeh lifted for more than a week now. It's not a ban because you're not allowed to wear anything that is political in nature inside a legislature, be it the Ontario Legislature, the House of Commons, what have you. You're not supposed to do it. We'll deal with Speaker Fergus, the horrible Speaker Fergus in Ottawa, and how he's allowing these rules to be ignored later. But right now in Ontario, there's a fight over the keffiyeh. Speaker Ted Arnott said, no, this is a political garment. You can't wear it. Marit Stiles holding a news conference before question period saying, nope, we've got to let it in.
Well, I'm not sure what would satisfy Ms. Martin at this point. I can't speak for her. But look, wearing cultural items, attire is something that we should be proud of, right? And the way I look at it, Ontario is made up of lots of different cultures. So people should be able to wear their cultural attire into the legislature, just like anywhere else.
She calls it cultural. Now, she was asked, would you be willing to amend it to call it some, admit that it's political? And she said, no, because you can't wear anything political. Well, let me show you what the people in the streets who wear the keffiyeh are saying about it. They say it is clearly political.
Just 2 days ago, they banned the keffiyeh in the parliament. They banned the keffiyeh, the symbol of resistance, the Palestinian symbol of resistance in the parliament. They are afraid, but they cannot ban it in the streets of our country.
So this went to a call for unanimous consent. It wasn't a full vote. It was a call for unanimous consent in the Ontario Legislature to overturn the Speaker's ruling. He says, you give me a unanimous consent ruling, I will overturn this ruling. But otherwise, the ruling stands. Marit Stiles, for the second time in a week, brought forward a call for unanimous consent, and here is how it went down.
I seek unanimous consent that this House acknowledge that the keffiyeh is a culturally significant clothing item to many in Ontario's Palestinian, Muslim, and Arab communities, and should neither be considered an expression of a political message nor an accessory likely to cause disorder, and should therefore be permitted to be worn in this House.
Order. Ms. Stiles is seeking the unanimous consent of the House that this House acknowledge that the keffiyeh is a culturally significant clothing item to many in Ontario's Palestinian, Muslim, and Arab communities, and should neither be considered an expression of a political message nor an accessory likely to cause disorder, and should therefore be permitted to be worn in the House. Agreed? No. Heard some no's.
Several, mostly PC MPPs saying no. All of the MPPs should be saying no. They're not. And the reason is everyone is afraid of the Milton by-election. There's a by-election in Milton, growing suburb just west of Toronto with a large Muslim population. And they're all worried about offending people there by not allowing this garment to be worn. It is an incredibly political garment, as I said. And for someone to wear a daffodil pin for cancer in the month of April, you have to ask permission. For someone of Scottish heritage to wear a kilt on Robbie Burns Day, you have to ask permission to violate the rules. These are all considered political things. How can a keffiyeh not be considered political? But they're all concerned about the Milton by-election. They are vote pandering. That's what every single political leader is doing. Doug Ford, Marit Stiles, Bonnie Crombie, pandering and worried about vote pandering, as opposed to explaining these are the rules that we've had for generations, and we're not going to change them. So this fight is going to continue. It's a ridiculous fight to be happening in Canada. It's a ridiculous fight to be happening in the Ontario Legislature, but this is where we are with diaspora and ethnic vote bloc politics in 2024. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below. Share this on social media. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel.